David, welcome to Launch Week. Welcome to Digital Signage Day.
Hi, Emily. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. So for those of our viewers who don't know you and may not be familiar with Digital Signage Experience and the show, tell us a little bit about you, what you do, and a little bit about the show.
Sure. Yeah, I work for QuestX, as you mentioned, which is a show producer, conference producer, and publisher. And we produce one of our events that we produce is DSE. Used to be called Digital Signage Expo, and we took over the event and first produced it in 2022 under the new brand Digital Signage Experience. And so I'm the director of event programs, and basically, I'm responsible for the conference program, the awards, all the special events that happen in and around the show, and just kind of overseeing the general direction of the show. And I'm actually in Las Vegas today. I'm here for another show that we produce called the Bar and Restaurant Expo, and DSE has a digital signage pavilion. So,
very nice.
Something new and fun. Yeah.
Getting a little bit of sneak peek for those attendees, I'm sure. So tell me a little bit about kind of stepping into your background. How have you seen the industry evolve, particularly in terms of technology and user engagement, and how have those changes kind of influenced? I know that you guys are probably in some of the earlier stages of planning for this year's show, but kind of how have you seen those the industry evolve, and how are those changes influencing your planning for this year's show?
Yeah, sure. So a couple of things there. I think when we look at show planning, there's some things that are traditional, I guess, that you would expect from a show or a conference, but there's a lot of activations now and ways to make the show more interesting, or choose different methods for people to connect or engage with each other. And as far as the technology, I mean, I think, if you were to walk in any trade show, not just in this AV industry, but you're going to see a lot of digital signage. And, it's because companies think it's an effective tool, or they, to communicate their message. And I know we're personally thankful that the Las Vegas Convention Center has digital screens mounted in the walls next to every meeting room, so that we can put the latest session information in there and keep that up to date. We're also using wayfinding touchscreens to help people navigate around the show floor. And then, of course, another major technology I think over the years that's evolved has been the use of mobile apps. When those first came out, I think it was just to kind of eventually replace the printed programs and give you the basic information that you would get on the website about what's going on at the event. And of course, that's still all valuable and helpful today. People need to navigate an event. They need to know what the schedule is, who the speakers are, what's going on, and where to go. But now it's evolved, and we're actually using an app that uses AI to help people match up with one another. So it takes profiles and backgrounds and what you're interested in and what your background is, and tries to match you with people who have similar interests and backgrounds.
Yeah, I mean, AI, I'm sure, is going to be a bigger and more influential technology just as we continue to advance that technology. AI and interactive technologies are kind of just revolutionizing our industry, as well as the digital signage industry. Are there any other ways that DSE will showcase these advancements other than the app that you can talk about?
Well, I mean, I think the show itself has, in the exhibitors, is where a lot of technology, but we did some interesting, activations last year. We built this with one of our partners, this big cube. It was a transparent LED cube, and we showcased digital artists. And so that was an exciting development, I think, and attraction. And there was some neat different stuff on the show floor. I think you guys gave an award to one of the companies that had a dome and was doing projection mapping inside the dome for immersive experiences. So just giving people a little taste of that.
Yeah, I think that that'll be a growing trend as we move more into those kind of interactive experiences. Attendees will just expect those wow factors, those engaging, more interactive experiences on the show floor. That's kind of going to be the norm rather than the wow factor of what's coming to expect and what attendees will be expecting. I know that the call for presenters is currently open for the show, and that education is a critical component, especially with your role at DSE. But can you elaborate on any of the educational sessions that you kind of have outlined or currently planned for this year's event, and how those sessions or education courses can cater to both first-time and repeat attendees?
Sure. So yeah, as you mentioned, our call for speakers is currently open through the end of the month. So I'd encourage anyone who's listening, if they'd like to submit a proposal, they can go to our website and click on apply to speak. And part of that call for speakers asks for people to rate the session that they're submitting, whether it's aimed at beginners or intermediate or advanced. So we're certainly mindful of trying to meet people where they are and offer something, for everyone. We have these major, session buckets around content and digital out of home, retail, strategy, and technology. And then we're going to continue to offer the digital signage certified experts course, which is a great program for people who are new to digital signage, as well as those who've been in the industry and they want to either brush up or be recognized for the knowledge that they have. And then we're going to continue to work with LDI, our sister show, to do joint keynote sessions. And so we'll be looking for inspirational speakers from aspirational organizations.
Great. Yeah, I think that the co-location of the two shows is a really great partnership that you guys have really introduced. It's a great crossover between the two sectors. Traditional digital signage experts can really see kind of the bleeding edge of the live events. Live event professionals can see how digital signage can just mold into their world and their live event world. Kind of speaking of that and considering all of the technology and innovation that will be on display during the show dates with the co-location of LDI, how can attendees, or what tips do you have for attendees to effectively navigate the two shows and make sure that they engage with the content and the exhibitors that they can find most relevant?
Yeah, I would certainly say that first of all, just to go to the show is not the full experience. So certainly encourage people to take in the conference, or at least take in the sessions that are being offered on the show floor, as many as you can, while also getting a chance to visit the exhibitors. This year, we're combining our exhibitor list of LDI and DSE, still having separation of the two shows, but by combining the exhibitor list in the mobile app, for example, that'll make it easier for folks who are, say, looking for LED screens. They're going to get those exhibitor results from both shows. And it's maybe seem like a silly thing, but we had duplicate numbering. So we had a booth 300 on the DSE side and a booth 300 on the LDI side, and we've just had one numbering system for the whole show, combined show floor. And so again, that mobile app is going to be crucial, I think, for people doing, they can do advanced planning and on-site searches to find the companies and that they want to meet with.
Well, perfect. David, thank you for your time. This has been a great sneak peek. For those of you, again, who may not be familiar with the show or want to learn more about the show, you can go to digitalsignageexperience.com. Is that correct?
That's right.
Okay, digitalsignageexperience.com. You can learn more if you're interested in submitting a session for consideration for presenting at the show, go ahead and do that. David said the submissions are open till the end of this month. Again, that's digitalsignageexperience.com. David, do you have an idea of when about registration is going to be open for attendees?
Yeah, we're opening in mid-June.
So mid-June is open for registration. The show dates are December 7 through 10, 2024 in Las Vegas. It's the show that's solely dedicated to digital signage, technology, education, innovative solutions. David, thank you again for giving us this sneak peek to the show. And once again, digitalsignageexperience.com.
Thanks, Emily.